Na sadasin no sadasit tadanim. Neither non-being existed nor being at that time.
Around 3,000 years ago, an unknown poet sat beneath an open sky and asked the question that haunts every civilization that has ever existed. Who made all of this? And how did he do this all? The Rigveda is not the beginning of one religion. It is the oldest surviving record of the human mind, asking what is real. But what exactly is the Rigveda? Not a single book written by one hand, not a revelation handed down in a single moment. The Rigveda is a collection, 10 books called mandalas, each one a world unto itself, assembled over centuries by different families in different times. Mandala, the Sanskrit word, means circle, a wheel, a world that turns back on itself. Inside those 10 mandalas, 1,028 hymns, called suktas, each one a poem, each poem a prayer, each prayer aimed at a force of the universe the Vedic mind could see, but not fully name. And who wrote them? Not priests following orders, not scribes recording laws. They were called rishis. The Rigveda did not stand alone. It was the first, the root. And from that root, 3 more great bodies of knowledge grew, each one a different way of understanding the same sacred world. The Vedic corpus rests on 4 pillars. The Rigveda, hymns of praise, the oldest, the source. The Samaveda, those very hymns set to melody. A scripture made not to be read, but to be sung. The Yajurveda, the manual of the ritual. Precise instructions for the sacred fire ceremonies that held Vedic society together. And the Atharvaveda, the most human of all 4. Spells, remedies, charms, and prayers for everyday life. These 4 Vedas were never merely texts. They were, and in many places still are, living traditions. Memorized, recited, passed from teacher to students, from voice to voice, across more than 100 generations, without a single word lost. But if these hymns were never written in the beginning, who first heard them? Who were the extraordinary men remembered as the rishis? The answer came in texts called the Brahmanas. Attached to each of the 4 Vedas, they were the great manuals of meaning, explaining every gesture, every offering, every syllable of the ritual in extraordinary detail. Why this fire? Why this direction? Why this word and not another? The Brahmanas believed that if the ritual was performed exactly right, the cosmos itself would hold together. But not everyone was satisfied with ritual alone. Some left. They walked away from the fire altars into the forest. And there, in the silence between the trees, they wrote the Aranyakas, the forest books. They asked a different question. Not how do we perform the ritual, but what does the ritual mean inside us? And from those forest conversations came the greatest flowering of Vedic thought, the Upanishads. More than 100 texts, composed over centuries. The word itself means to sit close, to sit at the feet of a teacher and listen with everything you have. The Upanishads asked questions no ritual could answer. What is the self? What is the universe made of at its deepest level? And are they, the self and the universe, in some way the same? From fire to forest, to the farthest edge of thought. This is the arc of Vedic literature.